Jersey water life. Headlights, I've been with midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the lip, push that mission to the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Headlights, I've been with midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the lip, push that mission to the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Flashing on these high beams, you won't step beside me, even if I'm blinded.
What's going on, Cowboys faithful? It's your boy DMV back with another one, back with my Cowboys Giants preview show, man. Appreciate y'all. So I'm in my studio doing my preview show. I got my handy dandy notebook here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring it over here. But last night we had a panel with the NFC Beast panel. It was a great time with Chip, with Nikki Guest, and my guy Rio. You guys know Rio's my guy, man. We in the DMV. Why wouldn't Rio be my guy, right? But we're here to talk about Cowboys and Giants. And the thing about it is, I see y'all Giants. Y'all ain't getting past me on this one, man. Because look, this is what y'all do. Like right now, because y'all aren't winning, y'all are playing this passive aggressive possum right now, acting like, oh, well, we don't have expectations. So anything on top, anything past what we think we're going to do, we're okay. Nah, bro. See, look, I remember when y'all was winning recent Super Bowls. I remember when y'all was talking a lot of trash. Don't think I don't know that you're just as obnoxious as Philadelphia when they just started winning now or went to the Super Bowl. Like y'all are acting like the Philly fans are alone in this. Now I know we got our bit of being obnoxious, but Giants, don't act like we don't see you and we know you. We know who you are, bro. Like the thing about Washington, at least Washington's consistent. Like their expectations are up here because something changed. And something always changes every offseason to make them think that. Right now it's ownership and Sam Howell. But Giants, we see y'all, man. We know who you are. Y'all can come up out the closet now. Y'all can stop faking. But what I want to do is break down my 5 concerns for the Giants game. As a Cowboys fan, I want to break down my 5 confidences or confidence points going into the matchup. And you guys leave your comments in the comment section. Appreciate y'all. So my number one, we're going to start with concerns because, I'm always a person that, when I'm coaching, I'm always going to hype the opponent, right? Because everybody has strengths, everybody has weaknesses. So my 5 concerns for the Giants game, coaching, Dayball, Kafka, they're pretty good when it comes to this offensive thing. And they've done a very good job of building an offense around Daniel Jones, around his strengths, around his weaknesses, and making it a product out there that can make them a contender or make them a playoff team. They've done an excellent job of changing it from year one, and now this is going on year 2, so they'll have a lot of continuity going into that. So big ups to those guys. On the defensive side of the ball, you got Martindale. That defense is a tough physical defense. So going into any week against the Giants, you're going to get beat up. It's going to be a physical. It's going to be a physical matchup with the Giants. So the coaching on their side, they have a really good coaching staff over there. I've known that since Dayball took over and hired that staff. It's going to be a chess match no matter what week it is. Number 2, Saquon Barkley. He's one of the best players in the league. I mean, if you don't believe that, then you haven't been watching football. His biggest downfall really is just him being healthy, when he's not healthy. But when he's healthy and he's out there, Saquon Barkley is one of the most premier players in the whole National Football League. So you have to go into each week, being concerned with that matchup there. But outside of that, we just got to limit Saquon Barkley to chunk plays because that's what Saquon is. Saquon isn't a guy that's going to get 5 every play, but Saquon's a guy that can get 2 here, 3 there, catch a screen pass when it's 3rd and long or something like that, and get almost to the first down marker and stuff like that. If you can continue to keep Saquon in that bubble, you're good. But it's when you allow him multiple chunk plays, 20 here, 50 there, 30 here. And all of a sudden, Saquon has almost 300 all purpose yards and 3 touchdowns. That's when the Giants are a real, real threat. And Saquon is the best player on their team. So you have to go into it saying, okay, this is the guy we have to kind of bottle up, minimalize, or kind of contain. I don't think you'll fully stop Saquon Barkley, but you got to contain him. Number 3, Jalen Hyatt speed. So regardless of what he did in OTAs and struggling and all of that type of stuff, this coaching staff is going to do a very good job of getting him out there and putting him in situations where that speed, you have to respect it. You saw it all last year in college where you had to respect his speed. He's running past SEC guys. So that's something that could be helped to open up Waller in the middle and stuff like that. Like I think Dallas has the safety room to really corral Waller. But when you got a guy like that with that kind of speed and Jalen Hyatt, you kind of got to think twice about it. Like remember when D-Jack used to show up and he used to play for Philly, you had to account for that speed. Jalen Hyatt has accountable where you have to account for that type of speed. So look out for that. They have a formula in place. If you remember Kansas City, when they had Tyreek Hill and, like I said, Travis Kelce, not saying that these guys are them, but it is a formula for that type of offense. And Mike Kafka was right there front and center to watch them work at their best together. So watch and try and see New York as they maybe try and duplicate some of those things. Number 4, physicality of the Giants defense. Like I talked about, the Giants are going to hit. They're going to fly around. They're going to talk a lot of trash. There's going to be some fights out there, some pushing and shoving. So I fully expect this to be a defensive game going into it. And the Giants are coming into it again with the stocked defense. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the front seven. So I look for them to try and bring that physicality into this game to kind of slow things up, and they're very good at that. They did that all last year. That's really how they were winning games. Saquon Barkley and that physical defense. So it's really old school Giants football if you think about it, and I look for them to bring that. Daniel Jones's legs. That's the last point. Daniel Jones. No matter how we want to talk about him, whether it's him passing in the pocket or not, he is a mobile quarterback and he can hurt you with his legs as far as getting first downs here, getting first downs there. And it's not necessarily that he's going to rip it up and score 40 points against you, but he can get enough first downs to really have the Giants control the game and control the pace of the game. And what the Giants really genuinely like to do is slow down the pace of games. Like I said, it's kind of old school Giants football, except Daniel Jones, instead of throwing, I'm saying that dinking and dunking, it's more so him dinking and dunking, but being able to run as well. So I think somebody called him Vanilla Vic, and that's actually pretty damn funny, but I could definitely see that. But the things that I'm confident in, and we're gonna talk about the confident points, confident in the Cowboys defense. The Cowboys defense is stocked and loaded. You know what I'm saying? You guys know at the grocery store when you go there and the truck just came and what I'm saying, they got the products on the shelves and stuff like that. That's what this defense is, especially in the secondary. The defensive line is stacked. If there is a weakness, I would say that it is linebacker, but it's not that bad of a weakness. Vander Esch, Devin Harper, I'm and what am I'm trying to think of our rookie, Damone. Yeah, he's not a rookie anymore, but Damone is going to take a step up, and his defense is going to be fast. It's going to be really, really fast and tenacious. So I look forward to seeing this defense on Sunday night. Health. This team is probably about as healthy and had about as healthy of an offseason with guys coming back and really rehabbing the right way than it's had in a long time. This is the first time that Dak Prescott in I don't know how many years hasn't had a major injury he was coming back from. So health is on the Cowboys side going into week 1. Let's just see if the continuity as far as the first teams are there. Number 3, the addition of Brandon Cooks and Jake Ferguson, the emergence of him in this offense is going to be something that I think the Giants are going to have to account for. Jake Ferguson does a really good job against the NFC East, and I look for him to put his imprint on Sunday night. And Brandon Cooks, from what I understand, there are times that he can look like he's the best receiver on the field. I fully expect Brandon Cooks, a show for Brandon Cooks on Sunday night, especially in the play action game. That speed is something like we talked about speed to account for Jalen Hyatt. The Giants are going to have to account for Brandon Cooks' speed, and I don't think that we've had that type of speed to account for in quite a long time, especially with the talented player with the type of releases that Brandon Cooks has. So I fully expect Brandon Cooks and Jake Ferguson to be a part of the game plan in this game Sunday night. Number 4, situational football. We're going to upgrade there. So where we might take a downtick in numbers, we're going to have an grade and an uptick in situational football awareness. You know what I'm saying? Like not necessarily on third and long having to pass. We might throw a screen here and screen there, and we might play the field position battle. Like I think it's going to be more cohesive as far as putting our defense in good situations when we need to, and also putting the pedal to the metal when we need to. So Mike McCarthy's experienced enough. Brian Schottenheimer is experienced enough. I think you'll see a more cohesive, more sensical approach to the offense in this game. And lastly, Dak Prescott. I think with this system in place, not so many option routes where, there's actually a system and spacing and guys being in the right spots, not having to worry about guys crossing over in an option or keeping the skinny. I think it's going to be really easy for Dak. And I think we'll be able to see Dak use his legs more RPO, things that Dak is familiar with. As you guys saw in the last preseason game, Dak was able to call the plays and call the offense rather, and get to the spots. I think we'll see Dak get to his easy spots much more this season, and I think that it'll complement him a lot more. But outside of that, man, those are my concerns. Those are my confidences. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Have a great day, and we out. Peace.